Hi, welcome to Balance Your Life. I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. About 16 years ago, I was introduced to holistic modalities, which were desperately needed in my family at the time. The results changed my life. My mission then became to educate the public about these holistic modalities and how they can work in conjunction with traditional medicine. I started Wellness Gala events nationally because I really wanted to share what I had learned with as many people as possible. When the pandemic hit, stress and anxiety had never been higher. We could no longer have our events to spread the word about these options at a time when people really needed them the most. So my team and I developed a TV show. Each week, we'll be bringing you experts in the fields of holistic modalities, integrative medicine, healthy food, beauty, and wellness. So join me, along with my team, Barb and Deana, and celebrity guest host Concetta Bertoldi, a New York Times bestselling author and renowned medium. Today we're here at Moghul Fine Indian Cuisine restaurant in Edison, New Jersey. And I've got the owners, Sean and Kamal. And of course, everybody knows Barb and Chef Vipul Gupta. Did I say that right? Okay. And we're so excited to be here. And Barb and Chef are going to go into the kitchen and start cooking up some fabulous dishes.
Welcome to Moghul. Well, I want to talk about the story, the history, and the concept of this legendary restaurant, which is called Moghul. The first Moghul was started in 1983 by Mr. Snehmathani in Manhattan, and from Manhattan, Moghul moved on to the town of Edison in New Jersey, where I'm standing right now, which was opened in 1990. Well, the philosophy of Moghul has always been to serve the most authentic Indian cuisine. Back in '83, the Indian cuisine was not that popular. The Indian diaspora, the Indian immigrants had just started to get settled in America, and I think people didn't know much about Indian cuisine. So from '83 to now, I think Indian food needs no introduction. It has been proven, and some of the Indian restaurants and chefs have been recognized worldwide, and that's our inspiration, and that's what we believe in, to serve our cuisine in the most authentic way, to use the best and the quality ingredients, and to maintain the same style of cooking that is being maintained for many years back home in India, and as well as here. Moghul needs no introduction, as this place is very popular with not only with the community but also with the mainstream American audience. This particular location has been frequently visited by celebrities, Bollywood celebrities, politicians, local, all the dignitaries and who's who. So the name, the brand does not need any introduction, but as owners, we do believe that we need to constantly keep reinventing ourselves. We need to still keep focusing and keep adapting to the new trends and the new technologies in cooking, yet maintaining the authenticity and the quality that we believe in.
Hi, so we are here in the kitchen with Chef Vipul, and he is going to be making us some delicious meals today. Tell us the first thing that you're going to be making for us.
So the first thing we are making today is the sprout chaat. So sprout chaat is more like a salad.
Yeah.
But we call it a chaat. It's a street food which is done with a lot of healthy sprout options. And
so it's typical Indian street food.
It's a typical Indian street food which was done from the bylanes of a lot of old cities in India.
Wow.
And I'm serving it more like a salad.
Okay, great. All right, so let's get started.
Yes. So let's take sprouts. I have the green bean sprout here.
Okay,
Let's start off with this one.
This looks so healthy.
So basically, what I have done to it is that I've just blanched it in a little bit of turmeric powder. Water.
That's why the color is
The
a
color
little
is
on the greenish yellow side.
So when you do that, you have actually all the impurities or anything washed away. And turmeric anyways is known for its all the health benefits and all the antioxidant benefits.
Right.
So it's always good if you're serving raw food to blanch it with
turmeric. And isn't turmeric an anti-inflammatory as well?
Exactly.
I mean, it's Indian spices are so healthy for you, so good for you.
So I would say in all the Indian spices, turmeric is one of the kings for health benefits.
Right. You can actually take turmeric pills,
Yes, you
Yep.
can.
but it's better to get it natural. Okay.
Yes. So, and these are the black gram, the black pea sprouts.
Have you done the same with this? Blanched it with turmeric?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So we've sprouted it, and now, I mean, just before serving, I've blanched it in turmeric powder, and then keeping it ready, and then we mix up to make the salad.
Terrific. Okay.
So I have, let's put a little more for both of us.
I can't wait to try this.
So now goes some cucumber,
Okay.
some diced raw mango. So that's the one which is one of the key for this,
Okay.
to bring all the taste.
Love mango.
Yes, and those are the pomegranate. Now I'm gonna be putting a little bit of cilantro,
One of my other favorites.
tomato, diced tomatoes. Now let's do some rock salt. So this is like the Himalayan rock salt, which is one of the purest form of rock salts.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be using that. We use a lot of this in our Indian cooking. It comes all the way from Himalayas.
Wow.
Pink salt.
Okay.
So let's just use that.
I've never seen it so fine. So it's
Yes.
very,
So
very
basically
powdery.
we powder it and then we strain it and then we use it.
Wow. Okay. So you do that, or you do it in the kitchen?
You can get it in the market as well, but we still strain it.
Wow. Okay.
A little bit of chili powder. That's the Kashmiri chili powder, and which is basically good in color, has a nice pungency.
Yeah.
Kashmir is a region from India, so that's where the chili comes from.
Okay.
I have chaat masala. Chaat masala, I mean, I would really want you to taste a little bit. Take a
Okay.
pinch, yes.
Can I?
Tangy, is
Salty, earthy.
salty, tangy, earthy, everything, you know.
Wow,
This
it's
is one of the key,
delicious.
it's very delicious masala, and it's one of the key for Indian chaat, I mean Indian street food. So that goes a little bit here.
I've made chicken masala.
Oh really?
I love that. Yes. Wow,
So
that's delicious.
now the last thing goes is the lemon, and good amount of lemon.
Oh, this is going to be delicious.
Let me mix it up. You want to mix it up?
Sure. What else is going to be going in here? Anything, or is this
Some
it?
of the bean sprouts, I'm going to be throwing that.
Okay. I'm going to keep mixing.
Some crunchy bean sprouts. I'm just putting it at the end so that it stays crunchy.
Okay.
And
Wow.
do you want to taste it a little bit so that we or
Can
should
I
I
use
just
this
go?
spoon?
Yeah.
Or you can go for it. I'll taste it out of
Sure.
the big spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
You don't want to wait for it.
More cilantro and lemon.
I love cilantro and I love, these are my two best ingredients.
Yeah, I agree. And garlic.
And garlic.
And garlic. Wow,
So-
looks beautiful.
Go for it.
Thank you. And I'm not sick, so you can share with me. Delicious.
Here we are, sitting down to enjoy some of this delicious food that Chef and Barb made in the kitchen today, along with some other specialties, right?
Yes, yes. We
So,
have a lot more specialties apart from that as well.
okay, great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the specialties and what we're about to try here?
So the sprouts chaat we made. Then we made the chicken pot pie, the Indian style chicken pot pie, which is the parda handi chicken.
That looks
And
great.
we made the cauliflower musallam. Over and above that, I have the tandoori chicken, which is again one of the most favorite and famous dish back in India.
Okay.
I have tandoori shrimps.
Thank
I have dal makhni, which takes good amount of time to cook.
Thank you.
And I have a pressure cooker goat curry, which is actually done in a pressure cooker.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow.
Thank you. Oh, can't wait to dive into all this. This looks absolutely amazing. Thank you for preparing all
And
this.
it was so much fun making this in the kitchen with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and I know this. Most of it looks extremely healthy, and all the great spices that are good for
Thank
everyone.
you.
Carve open the chicken.
I'm gonna do this just as Chef
Yes.
taught
Okay,
me.
Barb's gonna do the
Take a
honor.
knife if you want to, or if you can just.
Oh, I thought you showed me this way. No?
Everything looks so amazing and delicious. We can't wait to try it all. So thank you again, Sean and Kamal, for having us.
Thanks,
And
to-
Chef.
thanks to all of you for coming and giving us a try. And
Absolutely.
fabulous.
So everybody
This is
needs
such
to
a
come
great
out to
experience.
Moghul Fine Indian Cuisine restaurant in Edison, New Jersey. And thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
It's time to unwind at Harmony Within Massage Therapy, located in Westwood, New Jersey. Relieve your headaches, stress, and pain with one of our many massage, skincare, and acupuncture services. Our professional staff are committed to improving your wellness in a calming atmosphere. Treat yourself to a customized session today at Harmony Within Massage Therapy. And use promo code WELLNESS for 15% off your next visit.
Hi, I'm Joan from Modern Acupuncture in Florham Park. Do you have allergies, stress, pain, or just want to feel better? If so, acupuncture, the ancient Eastern medicine, might be your answer. Acupuncture treats those issues and helps your body heal itself. Visit today for our $59 introductory special, which includes your first treatment. Feel amazing, be amazing. Modern Acupuncture in Florham Park. We just might be the answer to your newfound health and happiness. Modern Acupuncture in Florham Park, next to Trader Joe's.
We're here today with Susan Richter, registered nurse, certified nutritionist, and digestive specialist. So dive in and tell us what you do and...
Well, I practice enzyme nutrition,
Yes.
which is a little different than nutrition that most people think of when they hear that word.
Right.
All of the nutrients that we use come from a food source, and they also have enzymes in the formula to help you digest the nutrition.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, we discover that you're getting headaches at the top of your head. And we do a urinalysis, a 24-hour urinalysis.
Yes. Okay. Great.
And it comes back and it tells us that you're not digesting carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide all of your vitamins and minerals, where proteins provide amino acids and fats provide essential fatty acids. Carbs provide vitamins and minerals. And a headache on the top of your head would be an indication that you're not properly digesting your carbs.
Okay.
And that headache might go from here all the way back to the very back of your head. When you have pain, and you tell me you have pain at the top of your head, I know that you're not digesting carbs and you're not getting enough potassium in your diet. Now, that doesn't mean you should run out and buy bananas, because
Right.
all fresh fruits, vegetables, all raw food has enough enzymes in it to digest itself. All you have to do is chew it well, and the enzymes break out of the cells and they digest the food. The
Okay.
best illustration of how enzymes work is my little oatmeal trick.
Oh, yeah, we love
So,
Yes, I do. I love this.
yeah, so I brought 2 things of oatmeal today. There's one, and in the other one, I'm going to put some enzymes. These are just a basic enzyme that you could give to children, pets, the elderly, anybody, even us.
Okay.
Does it help you to absorb as well, or basically
Well, you
break
can't
down?
absorb anything you don't digest.
Okay.
Here we're going to just throw the enzymes in there, stir it up as if you're chewing it, but you're not chewing this. And then we're going to just come back to it in a couple of minutes.
Okay. I'll let that hang out for a while we talk
its
about all
thing.
the great things you do.
Now, all living things have enough enzymes to digest themselves. So if you're eating an apple and you're chewing it well enough, all of the cellulase that you need to digest the apple is in there, and the apple becomes a liquid, like you're going to see this oatmeal become. It's
Okay.
gonna become just like milk. Carbohydrates are digested by amylase.
Okay.
Where fats, you need lipase, and proteins, you need protease. You need different things in addition to that, but when you eat a carbohydrate and you chew it, there's amylase in your saliva that mixes into the food and it begins digesting it. Then proteins actually start digestion further down in the stomach, because when it hits the stomach, you get the pepsin and the betaine that comes there to help you digest the protein, and then later on in the digestive tract you get some protease to finish the job. All of your fats don't actually begin digestion till they get into the small intestine, where they get this hit of bile from the gallbladder, which emulsifies the fat, and then your pancreas sends out some lipase, and that fat then becomes essential fatty acids. And and we think that cutting
It's science.
we think that cutting fat out of the diet will help us lose weight, but actually it's not a good thing to cut any food groups out. You really need them, because you need the essential fatty acids for your liver and your brain. Those are two areas in the body that require a lot of fats. But every healthy cell in your body has this outer cell wall that's essential fatty acids. There are some not so healthy cells in the body. Like, for example, you're born with some candida or yeast or fungus as a child, as a baby, infant.
Right.
And if it's bad and you give it things that feed it, it grows and it goes right up the digestive tract and coats the mouth with that white coating that you see in some children. And the scalp gets dark and the ears start to get flaky. This is a little hard to get rid of.
Is that like a yeast infection?
It is. Yeast, candida, fungus, mold, all of these are the same family. The outer wall has a fibrous outer wall, which brings us to something even more interesting, because the body doesn't make the enzyme that digests fiber. It's supposed to be in the food. Like the apple will have enough cellulase to digest the fiber in the apple, but the body doesn't make it. The apple does.
Right.
So if you have this yeast or fungus or mold growing in the small intestine or other hollow parts of the body, you actually have to hit it with cellulase. So if we discovered through our scientific 24-year analysis, if we discovered that you had this going on, we would give you a formula that's very high in cellulase and has some probiotics in it.
Okay.
Probiotics are things like, what's the active ingredient in yogurt? It's that's a probiotic. That's what you want. You want a happy, not an antibiotic, but you want a probiotic in your body.
So these are making up for what you're lacking, depending on what your urinalysis says.
Right. So if the urinalysis says that you have mold, then we hit the mold with cellulase, the outer wall dissolves and it doesn't hang on. There's room now for the probiotic to catch on and grow, because
do
that's
its
what you
thing.
want.
Yeah. So I was going to say, do its thing.
Do its
Okay,
thing.
great.
Balance
So
your
it really,
body.
it's everything that you do is customized to the individual.
Yes, the 24-hour urinalysis, you keep track of what you eat and drink over that 24-hour period, and then you collect it, every drop, for 24 hours, and you take a sample. You keep it cold, and because things grow kind of funny if they're not cold, and you send that to my lab where they test 19 different things. So when we get that urinalysis back, we know which food groups you're not digesting and how it has affected your small intestine, your large intestine, your liver, your spleen, your gallbladder, your stomach, all of your glands, your nervous system. And we know that we have to provide nutrients for those systems and organs that don't have enough. So let's go back to our scientific experiment. This was oatmeal with enzymes in it. And you can see here that it's become very liquid, or more liquid. Give it a few more minutes.
It is digested.
It is digesting. I'll take this home and I'll use it for clients, new clients coming in the next couple of days, and it will be like milk, probably by the end of the day. And this is oatmeal not digested. Okay, so
that's what's
you
going on in our bodies.
That's
then.
right. You want your food to get liquid so that it can be absorbed through the cell wall. And we do tests that tell us whether or not your cell wall is opening and closing in order to get hydrated. Because if it's not getting hydrated, it means that it's not getting the nutrition that it needs either.
Well, tell everybody how they can find out more about you and what you do.
My website is nextlevelhealing.com.
Great.
And I'm in Denville. My office is in Denville, and my phone number is 973-586-0626. And if you're a client, you'll also get my cell.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, Susan, thank you for sharing all this with us, and thank you for doing your scientific experiment, which we always love.
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I always like to
Absolutely.
talk about enzymes.
Yes,
Like
fantastic.
you
More
don't
people
know
need to
that.
know about enzymes.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll be right back after this.
Do you suffer from headaches, stiff, sore joints, digestive disorders, recurring infections, emotional stress, or sleepless nights? Try Enzyme Nutrition. It's scientific, personalized, and has no side effects. Visit Susan Richter, RN, at nextlevelhealing.com. Read her reviews or reach out directly at 973-586-0626 to learn more.
Every day, we face challenges that can feel difficult and overwhelming to process. At Mindfully Alive, our goal is to help patients overcome their emotional struggles. We believe therapy is both art and science and an effective means to work towards your definition of fulfilling a balanced life. To schedule an appointment, visit our website at www.mindfullyalive.com or call us at 201-308-3987.
Hi, everyone. We previously spoke with Concetta about her books, and we touched upon the subject of self-love. And we feel it's so important these days, and I really, Concetta, would love you to dive into that deeper. And
well, thank you.
Yes.
I think so too, honey. And here's how, I think it's best if I just give you an example.
Okay.
Here's a really good example. I had a very dear friend, and she was beautiful. She had brown eyes, brown hair, a beautiful girl. But she married a man, and for some reason, I don't know how she got the impression that he was attracted to blue eyes, blonde hair. And I thought to myself, well then, okay, I don't know why he chose whatever, that's up to him. But I was hoping it was because he fell in love with her and that everything about her made him understand that this is the girl I love. But for some reason, she did not love herself enough, and she kept trying to change herself. She got blue contacts, she dyed her hair blonde, she got boobs.
That's drastic.
Oh, yeah. But this is a real perfect example of somebody who didn't love themselves enough. Because if she loved herself enough, she would be saying to him, listen, this is who I am, this is what I look like. If you don't like it, well, then we got a problem.
Right.
But the truth is, she kept trying to change herself because she didn't have enough self-love for herself. And that I find very sad. Now, that's a really, big example, but we all can understand that.
Yes,
because
very
we
common.
go through life. It's very common. We go through life with everybody else's opinion matters to us. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't take a certain amount of opinions from people we trust or that are close to us. Yes, by all means. But know where to stop and know where to say, I'm good enough. And I look great the way I feel I look as I am. I don't have to change to accommodate the world, my boss, or anybody else. This is who I am.
And
Absolutely.
And if you're with somebody who doesn't like the way you look and you're trying to change for that person, they're not the right person.
Right.
What's the point?
Get the heck out of there.
Then
That's,
exactly.
right.
That's when you got to say goodbye.
Right.
And I can only say that there's always going to be somebody out there who likes you. You don't have to change for somebody else for them to like you. And that would apply not just in a romantic sense, but also in just anybody. If you're friends with somebody who doesn't like you or doesn't like the way you look, that's not a good friend either,
No,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, you
It's
really
about
have.
acceptance,
It's
really.
not exactly.
Which is a whole nother topic.
Exactly. But the self-love is acceptance of you, of yourself.
Yes, of yourself.
And you should love yourself. And I have always been very fortunate because as a young girl, I've had all my God squad, all these guardian angels that have always been around me to help me with that. Because we're all hard on ourselves. Let's face it, ladies. You have straight hair, you want curly hair. You got little boobs, you want big boobs. I mean, this is just what we do to ourselves.
Right.
But I have, since a young girl, had these guardians around me who were able to teach me to see myself through certain eyes that I've been very grateful to, because I've never really suffered from any of that self-conscious kind of thing.
And it's a huge issue with young
and
girls.
It's huge.
I mean,
and it
talk
gets
about it all the time.
huger
I
as
have
we get
boys, so
well, there you go. But it gets harder as we get older, as we're women and we get older. That's when you really need to have self-love. When you're young, I mean, let's face it, you can when I was young, you could photograph me from any angle and I was very happy with the picture. But now I see all the imperfections. This is where I have to really dip into my self-confidence, which is my self-love, and say, hey, listen, it is what it is. And my answer is always this: I may be this age, but I look damn good for my age.
That's right.
And that's what you got to do.
We like to say that a lot.
Yeah, we do. We like to say that a lot. But you do. You have to love yourself at every age. And you know, with young women, these magazines really, and the ads, they don't do them any justice, because, you know, people don't really look like that. One of my favorite things, Cindy Crawford, who was a very famous model, for those of you who don't know,
back in the 80s.
She actually said, I don't wake up looking like Cindy Crawford. You know, she was trying to give young girls a break. Like, you know, I don't even wake up looking like
what she goes through to get to that point where you see her picture in the magazine.
Exactly.
But you also had touched on the importance of self-love in finding love. That if you don't have self-love, can you go into that a little bit?
Absolutely. And I think all of us can understand this. If you love yourself, you can present yourself to a partner or a mate or whatever as positive energy, and that you have fun in your heart, you have love in your heart, which attracts the right partner. If you walk into a situation and you're self-conscious, you don't love yourself, and you're liking somebody who's in the room and you're hoping maybe they'll notice you, they're not going to notice you if you're walking around with that type of posture, or it gives off an energy of, I don't like myself. It's an energy that says, I don't like me, why should you?
Right.
So when you love yourself, you give off that energy of, you would really like me if you got to know me, because
and then people want to be around you.
Like goes to like. It's laws of attraction. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's a whole nother thing,
That's
too.
a whole
other subject.
Yes, law of attraction and its wonders.
But it works.
But
it really
of course,
works.
it does.
Yeah.
And you can try it out. I mean, you can try it out in little ways, you know. I mean, I've done different classes where I've had girls, I send them out to say, just try it. You're going out to this event, you're going to a party, or you're going out for holidays, whatever it is. Try this out. Look in the mirror before you go out and say in the mirror, oh my God, I look beautiful. I really love me, and I'm a great person. And say that. You're telling your own self, you're conditioning yourself before you go out of the house. Never mind your lipstick, go out with your confidence. And you're almost pumping yourself out, but you will see the difference in the way people interact into you, because you have brought into that room your self-confidence. Anything you start out the first day of exercise, you say, oh my God, this is not something that I'm comfortable with, or I can get used to doing, or I'm not even sure if I can be successful at this. We do that. It's like if somebody gave you your first bicycle and said, you can ride this down the street, and you've never seen one before. And then you look at it and say, what do you mean I can ride down? What do you do with that? But then somebody encouraged you. You got on the bike, you put your feet into the pedals, you sat on the seat, and before you know it, you were a little off balance, and then all of a sudden you're riding races. You know, so it's like anything else. You just have to continue your faith in exercise.
And I heard a tip with that is to look in the mirror and look into your eyes. Don't look at your face.
Right.
Because you'll start to, as I did, look at the wrinkles. But look into your eyes when you say that. Look into your soul.
This is not an easy thing to do. So, hey, this is a challenge for all of you out there to try. And let us know how you do with it. And we will see you next week when we chat with Concetta.
The Eclectic Boutique in downtown Montclair has handmade items locally sourced from area artists and entrepreneurs. It's the perfect place to shop for unique gifts such as one-of-a-kind jewelry, clothing, crystals, and organic skin and food products, plus much, much more. This charming store has something special for everyone, so stop in today or visit our website to see our merchandise and learn about classes and event offerings.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week on Balance Your Life.